Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So today's video we're going to be speaking about the EPL and who's playing who this weekend. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this is round 4, this is week 4 of the EPL. So we're going to speak about the first game, which is Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, which I think will be an interesting game. Crystal Palace, I'm pretty sure, lost their last game to Everton. I think it was 2-1. And Chelsea's last game was, I think they drew, that's right, with West Brom, so 3-3 in the end. So it's going to be a good game to actually watch. I can't say that it's, I'm probably going to watch it, considering it is a 9:30 game on a Saturday night here. So yeah, I'll probably get onto it and watch it. I think it will be an interesting game. I'm going to go with a draw. I think that Chelsea have been out of form the last few weeks, and you know that Crystal Palace, they've actually been in form. They haven't played too well, but I think there'll be a result for them to get a point this weekend. And then the next game we're going to speak about is a big game, Everton versus Brighton. Unfortunate for Brighton last week with a loss to Manchester United. You know, the situation, the late goal. So, and then Everton not losing a game so far. They haven't lost one yet. So it's going to be an interesting contest because they're both really two competitive sides. They're both scoring a lot of goals. So it's going to be interesting. I actually might go the upset and I might go Brighton to win. And I think Brighton will win 2-1. I think. But, you know, Everton are good. So I wouldn't rule Everton out, actually. And then the next game we'll speak about is, of course, the Leeds versus Manchester City, which I think will be a good game, considering Manchester City came off a loss, I'm pretty sure, against, it'll come in a second, Leicester. And then Leeds coming off a win, I think. They had a 1-0 win against Sheffield United. Man, my memory is shocking. So it will be an interesting contest to see if whether Manchester City can bounce back after that performance, and whether Leeds United can continue on from their winning form last weekend. But you think Manchester United have it all to play for, considering that they've lost the last, I don't think they've lost the last couple actually, but they lost their last game, and pretty hefty too. Their stars didn't really perform as well as they really should have and could have. So it's going to be an interesting sort of game. I'm going to go a draw. I think it will just test a lot of the skills of Leeds, but you'd never know that Manchester City, they bounce back when they really need to. So yeah, I'm going to go the draw still. I think I'm going to go a 1-1 draw. Then the next game is Newcastle versus Burnley. I'm probably not going to watch it. It is 6 a.m. on a Sunday, so you could get up. But look, I'm not really interested in this game. I don't really watch Burnley as it is. They're not really a team that's high on my radar of wanting to watch. And then, Newcastle, I haven't really paid attention to much of their season so far as well. So I think for me, it's going to be a lackluster game. And I might go Newcastle to win, just because I haven't seen much of Newcastle, but I've seen a lot of highlights and they've been okay. So maybe Newcastle to win, and maybe win, I don't know, 2-0. But it's kind of hard to predict who I think will win that because it's tough. It's like I haven't really watched many of those games at all. And then you've got West Ham versus Leicester. I'm going to go with Leicester to win, even though West Ham had a great 4-0 demolishing of Wolves. And Leicester had a nice demolishing of Manchester City. It's going to be a very close contest. So it will be very interesting to see who gets the points with this. Like, you could almost say it could be a draw, but I'm going to go Leicester to win. I think that Leicester have been in a better form. Jamie Vardy has been on fire. No question about that. He's kicked 3 goals he's got a hat-trick in his last game, 3 goals. He scored, I'm pretty sure, on the game before. I think he scored in every game so far this season. We're coming into round 4. So it's going to be an interesting, we'll go Leicester to win. I'm going to go 3-1. I'll give the credit that West Ham will score, but yeah, Leicester have been too good this season. I think they're on top of the table actually. I think they haven't lost a game yet, so it'll be interesting to see. And then the next game we're going to speak about is West Brom versus Southampton, which will be an okay game. You'd think West Brom would get the job done considering how well they played and came out against Chelsea. They really shocked Chelsea. I think it was 3-0. Chelsea were down 3-0 at the 34th minute. So, look, I'm going to go with West Brom to beat Southampton. Even though Southampton have been average and okay, I still think that West Brom would just be too strong. As much as it pains me to say as a Wolves fan that, yeah, West Brom. It'll be really interesting to see. But yeah, West Brom to win. I think West Brom will win 2-0, I think it will be. If not, it could be just that boring 1-0 result and they score late to win it. So we'll go with that. We'll go with West Brom. Then the next game for me, I think, is a big crucial game. Wolves versus Fulham. Fulham have not won a game yet, which is interesting to see. And Wolves have. But they've only won the one. And it was a tough call in the end, 2-0 win over Sheffield United. So it will be, I think, a make or break for Wolves, considering they lost 4-0 last week to West Ham, and then they lost 3-1 to Manchester City the week before. So it's going to be an interesting game to watch to see if Wolves have the capacity to bounce back after their shock losses, you can say. So I'm going to go with hopefully Wolves to beat Fulham, considering Fulham have been poor, not too good. So I'm going to go 1-0 to 2-0 result for Wolves. Even though Fulham can score, they've been known to score and score pretty well. So let's go Wolves to win, and Wolves to win hopefully comfortably. They just need that win to try and kickstart their season a bit better now, considering they've lost the last two on the trot. So hopefully Wolves can get the job done, but don't rule Fulham out. And then another game which is not going to be too much interest will be Arsenal versus Sheffield United. I don't know if Sheffield's had a win. I don't think they've won a game yet. I'm not 100% certain on that, so don't rule me out on that. But Arsenal have won most of the games lately. They've played some really good soccer. They lost to Liverpool, I think 3-1 on the last weekend. So, it's interesting to see how Arsenal will bounce back, and Sheffield United need to bounce back. They need to do something. Maybe even giving Jack Rodwell a crack just to see how he'll play, actually, because yeah, he was poor at Sunderland when he was there, but he might be a bit better now. We'll just have to wait and see if they'll give him another chance. He's played one game, I think, so far. So I will go Arsenal to win. Sorry to all your Sheffield United fans, but I think Arsenal will be too strong. They've had a couple of wins as well. They've started their campaign well. I don't know a scoreline. I might just go the boring as I say, though, just the 1-0 result. So that will be a very interesting game, I think. It might not be, but it might. But there's some ripper games we've talking about just there. We've got two more to talk about, I think, down the bottom. I think it is Monday the 5th, the 10th. Maybe not. Let's have a look and make sure. I think there is. So if it pauses, I'm sorry. But yeah, we've got two more games. Yeah, so some very interesting games there that you can see. And now we're going to speak about Manchester United versus Tottenham. I think that will be a surprising game, actually. I think that, Tottenham have been good, but they drew on the weekend. And then Manchester United have been pretty poor since their return. I think they had a 3-0 win, I think. I can't remember how they played. But I think it's going to be interesting. Tottenham coming off a draw. You'd expect Tottenham to try and bounce back after their demolishing of West Ham, I think, a couple of weeks ago. And maybe that was West Brom. I think they won 5-2. Son kicked 4, Harry Kane kicked 1. And then Manchester United, yeah, they've been poor. They haven't started well. They haven't looked as good as they used to. They had a 3-0 win over Lincoln City. So, pretty impressive there. So, it's not too bad. So, yeah, I might go a draw. Another draw for Tottenham. I don't think it's worth it at the moment for them. And then you've got Aston Villa versus Liverpool, which will be another very interesting game to watch. Aston Villa are coming off a win, and Liverpool are coming off a 3-1 win against, I think it was Arsenal. So will be some interesting games we've got throughout this weekend in general. I don't know which one will be the highlight, to be honest. You'd think that it'd be, I think I'm going to go Everton and Brighton to be probably one of the standout games. They're both really doing well at the start of the season. Unfortunate Brighton had that one loss. So we're just going to have to wait and see how that goes. But they're doing pretty well. So yeah, very interesting game. The table hasn't really changed, so I'm not going to really say much about the table. But yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about with the results of the Premier League for this round. I will do another video where I speak about the results, the results of the games, and after we've watched this, yeah, I'll talk about the results, who won, who lost, see how many I can get right. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But that's all I've got for to talk about in this video. It's going to be a bit shorter than normal, but I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers. Thanks for watching.